When we're talking about governance, we're talking about people and roles. We're talking about how do we get things done? Well, to do that, we should figure out first, are we talking about a person or are we talking about roles, right? We really should be talking in terms of roles. What are the roles that we need to get our governance done? It's not a matter of a one-man band where one person needs to do everything. We need somebody who can play brass. We need somebody who can maybe play the drums. We don't have to have one person that can do all of that, right? So we want a solution where trumpeters trumpet and percussion does percussion and so on and so forth. We talk in terms of roles, not in terms of people. One of the tools that we use to separate the different roles and what they need to be involved with is something called RACI, or RACI. It stands for R is responsible. This is the person ultimately responsible for something. Accountable, who is the person accountable for the action being completed. Consulted, who is consulted about the decision. And informed. How many people are just informed about what's going to happen? You can do this for the different kinds of decisions. You end up with a matrix on one side of the roles and on the other side of the kinds of decisions being made. And the matrix then gives you the ability to see, oh, when I make a decision about security, I have to involve the security team. When you look at the roles, you need to think about the kinds of usage patterns they have. There are some roles inside a project that have relatively constant usage. People like support engineers, business analysts, evangelists, project managers, these folks all have relatively constant usage across the life of the project. There are other kinds of roles that have peak usage. So for instance, architects, technicians, trainers, creative designers, and developers all have a period of time where their activity is very high. An architect may be building the solution and be at nearly 100% utilization for a couple of weeks, but then trail off and only monitor the project. The technician who's deploying servers may have a huge spike when they're getting servers deployed and during launch time, but may not have much effort through the rest of the project. Creative designers, for the creatives, is going to be busy, and developers are busy developing any customizations, but only when those customizations are needed. Every governance initiative needs a strategic team, and the strategic team's designed to set direction, figure out that vision, gather support, and align to other initiatives. The technical team, the roles that we were talking about earlier, is a chicken, not a pig. What I mean by that is the technical team is interested in the results, but the strategic team are invested in the results. These are the folks that really have to be able to demonstrate to the business that they have delivered real value. Governance teams, as you might expect, will need a governance board, and the governance board is going to address things that are strategic, cross-departmental. They're going to do prioritization, and they're going to control what should be governed. What they won't address are things that are tactical or technical, or how to govern. So the actual governance board is really designed to set the tenor, and then the technical team can say exactly how things need to be. The tactical team establishes cross-discipline decisions, and they resolve that dreaded finger pointing. The cast in that tactical team are things like solutions owners, and business evangelists, and business analysts, project managers, trainers, creative designers, architects, and developers. They're also infrastructure specialists. These are the folks that sit on that tactical team that help make the decisions the governance board comes up with into something real.